All right, good morning, students. I'm going to show you problems 4 and 5 from that worksheet. The first one asks you to find or construct 3 angle bisectors and find the point of concurrency, and it asks you what it's called. I'm telling you right now, it's called the incenter. So we do 3 angle bisectors, one from this angle, one from this angle, and one from this angle. Where they intersect is called the point of concurrency. So again, I open up my compass, do some distance, draw myself an arc. Step 1. Then I go ahead and move my pointer to one of those points I just found. Remember, my compass needs to be more than halfway. Notice that's more than halfway between those two, so that's good to go. Okay, so now I can just go ahead and draw an arc. Oops, not want to draw here. There we go. Draw an arc. I should see an arc. There were several used. If you got a 0, 1, 2, or 3, I could tell that you drew it by hand. You did not use your compass. Because a compass, notice how it's got a smooth arc. I can see all the wiggly lines, curves you're trying to draw by hand. I wrote drawn. Okay, that's why I'm giving you a chance to redo it here. So I open up more than halfway, draw my arc, and then just go ahead and move the cursor to the other point. Okay, and do the arc from that end. Okay, and then I have it. Okay, there's one done. Oops, let's redo that. Okay, right there. Okay, and then I would take my straight edge and go from the vertex through that point, that intersection point. I'm only going to go so far. If you want to go past it, that's fine as well. Okay, so there's one done. I just do the same thing 3 times. So again, put my pointer there, go ahead and draw an arc, okay, to come up with 2 points that intersect the segment here. Put my pointer on one of them. If it's already more than halfway, notice this is already more than halfway. If you weren't sure, you can move it out further. Okay, you can go all the way to the point, as I pointed out in the video. Okay, and now I can easily tell it's more than halfway. Because remember, halfway is right about in there. This is way more than halfway. Okay, so now I go ahead and take my compass and draw my arc. Okay, change the pointer, put it over on this end now. Do the exact same thing. Draw my arc right there. Okay, same steps. So now I go ahead and take my ruler, go from there through that point of intersection. Right about there. Okay, technically that's going to be it, because when it intersects twice, it's supposed to intersect the 3rd time right there, so that's where it should go through in this 3rd one. Okay, so again, let's go ahead and put the pointer on the end here, draw myself an arc. You know, it's decent distance away here. Another way I could tell people were cheating is when they had a little tiny arc right down, way down in here, and then their intersections were way out here. That doesn't make sense. It's too far away when they did their supposed arcs again by drawing them out here. I should not see any little tiny arcs right down in here. Okay, so drawing my arc, same exact steps like I drew that one, just like I drew that one. In fact, if you wanted to, which I was thinking about doing, but I didn't do it, I forgot to, is when I drew this first arc, I could have come over here and done that exact same arc over here and done that exact same arc over here. And then I could have gone ahead and done the pointer from one end to the other, done my 2 arcs, and done the same thing, so I'm not having to change my compass out each time. Okay, so if you remember to do that, you can save yourself some time that way. But if not, you just do it 3 times. So I have my 2 intersection points here, put my pointer on one of them. Okay, again, is it more than halfway? Oh yeah, it's way past it right there. So if I want to, I can move it in. Oops, undo that. Move this in. Okay, and then go ahead and let's see if I can get it on here. Oops. see if I can get it to draw. There we go. Draw an arc. Okay, there's an arc from that one. Turn around, put the pointer on that intersection. Okay, I'm trying to get as close as I can. It's not going to be quite exact, but as close as I can. That's why mine might be a tad bit off. Okay, come on, let's get this to turn here. And I need to bring it over here. Okay, and then bring it back. Okay, and draw my arc. Come on. Oh, dang it. Come on. Draw my arc right there. Okay, and there I have my intersection point there. And take my ruler from there, going through here. And if I had done it totally correct, they intersect right in there. Okay, all at that same point. There you go, that's pretty close. Okay. This one looks like it was a tad bit off, just a little bit there, and that's just a tad bit off. So they would have been all intersected right there. Okay. So this is my point of concurrency called the incenter. Okay. Now, I wish I could draw different color arcs so you can see each one, but I don't know how to do it yet if it is possible. Anyway, this point of concurrency called the incenter, what that means is this is, if I put my pointer right here, and I was to go out at 90 degrees to a segment, because the shortest distance between any point in a side or any, from a point off the line to a side is at 90-degree angle. So I'd have to estimate 90-degree angle to that segment right there. Something like that. Okay, and so I have to move that out so it hit it right there. Okay. Then if that really was 90 degrees and this really was the center, then when I draw an arc, it's not wanting to draw the arc for some reason. Let's see if I can get it to draw it here. Draw it. It should create a circle. Okay. That touches each side exactly once only. So look at that, hit pretty good right there. That hit pretty good right there, and that's almost hit. So we're super close. So as my center or my pointer was just a little bit off. But you can see how it hits pretty solid. Only one right there, and almost right there. And that's why we have this center. This is the center of the circle, and the circle is inside the triangle. That's why it's called an incenter. Because when I draw that circle, it becomes inside this triangle. Okay, so that comes from the three angle bisectors. Okay, so now let's do the three construct three perpendicular bisectors to find the point of concurrency. Called the circumcenter. And again, these vocab words are what you're going to have on the park, as I told you, and they were on your last worksheet that I gave you. Okay, let's get in here, move this to the end. There you go, right there. Okay, so I'll create a new triangle for that. Okay, let's say that. Let's go there, and let's go here. Okay, there's a triangle. Again, you can create your own triangle to do this if you want more practice at home, because again, you're going to need to do this on your test at the end of the unit here. Okay, so it says three perpendicular bisectors. So remember on earlier on that sheet, you practiced three or four perpendicular bisectors, just one with one segment. Well, now the only difference is we're doing it 3 times, one with each segment. Okay, now I'm going to try to save time this time, so I'm going to pick the longest segment. It's either this one or this one. It's clearly not this one. These two are really close in length. There's not much difference. So As long as, remember, I have to go more than halfway, right? So if I move this more than halfway, since this is, really close, I'll make sure it's not, it's like there's maybe halfway. I'm going to make sure I make it clearly past halfway, maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of the way. That way, when I did it on this one, it'll also be way past halfway. And of course, it's already way past halfway there. Okay, so remember, I could have gone all the way to here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw two semicircles. Remember, from one end here, go ahead and draw a semicircle. Okay, then go ahead and put the pointer on that end. Come on. Let's get this off of here. Now let's see. Quick. Okay. So again, then I'm going to go ahead and do a semicircle from that end. And I'm going to take my ruler and go right through there. Okay, I'll do that last. I'm going to keep all these the same right here. Okay, so now I'm doing the perpendicular bisector of this one right here. Okay, so, oh, okay, thank goodness that, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on, come on. Draw my semicircle there. Turn it around. Come on, come on. Get this. Draw my semicircle here. Okay, so I'd have it through these two right here. Okay. And then, you know what, I can leave it here because it's not going to move. Let me put those segments going through those intersection points. Okay, right about there. And then this one here. Again, I don't have a ruler to line it up perfectly, but it's pretty close. Okay. So that means when I do this third side, what I'm about to do, it should intersect right here where these two already intersect. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my pointer on this one. Remember, I haven't changed it at all. I'm using the exact same. So now the key is getting that pointer to show up. Okay, I'm going to need to move it a sec here. That is that one. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be the exact, ends up being the exact same one. Oh, because I already did it for that one side. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Or I did it for this side already to begin with. So when I do it from this point for this side, it's obviously going to be the same arc because I haven't changed the side of it. So it's one less I have to do because that was already taken care of. Come on. Okay. Come on. Get hold of this. There we go. And go ahead. Go ahead and, oh, I've drawn it for this one already because I did it from this point already. So actually it saved me. So here is our last one right there because this one is going to be the same arc as I did from this segment already right here. Okay, so if you are able to keep it all the same like I just did there, I actually got to save myself two arcs after drawing because they're all the same, so these overlap. So now I can go ahead and go through here. Okay, and then rotate that right about from there. Okay, so you can see mine's just slightly off. Okay, but it's pretty doggone close right there. Okay, if you were that close, I'd give it to you. Okay, but if you're if you're just barely off right there, that's fine. Okay, we're not perfect. Okay, we can't hold exactly perfect, but if you're way off, two lines intersect here and another one's way over here, intersecting over there, it's too far off. If you're within that little bit like that, a centimeter or two, centimeter or so, I'll take that. That's good enough. So let's go ahead and make that red. What that's saying now, remember this is called a circumcenter. That means it's going to create a circle around or about the triangle. So how do we know that we've got it right? This is how you check it. Like we checked it here, it created a circle right inside, nicely hitting 1, 1, and just about that one. So it tells me if you were that close, I'd give it to you as well. Okay, just like that, doesn't have to be perfect. So that means if I go ahead and put my pointer right there on that circle, on that point of concurrency. Remember, when 3 or more lines intersect, it's called a point of concurrency from a construction, dealt by construction, and that in this particular case is called the circumcenter. You need to remember. And then I go ahead and adjust this. I'll first rotate it, and I put it on one of the points. Doesn't matter which one. So I do it right. So you notice that touch is right there. So what this is saying now is if I go ahead and draw a circle now, it should go through all 3 vertices and create a circle through all 3 vertices about or around the triangle. So if it's real close, I did it right. If it's way off, that means I screwed up down here and come up with these. So let's try it right now. Let's see how it turns out. Oops, grabbed the wrong one right there. I'm trying to get this. So let's see if I can move it over here then and get hold of it. Okay. Oh, dang it. Okay. So if we look right there, it's not quite, I mean, it's fairly close. So I guessed wrong right here. It might have been actually, let's see if I can undo all these. Okay, so I'm going to put it where the first one looks like it was right there. All right, I tried to go right in between them. Let's actually go back to where those first 2 intersected. Okay, and now we can go ahead and stretch this out a little bit. Let's see if it now hits it right there. It hits it right there. Okay, now we go ahead and draw our circle. Okay, it's just a little bit off, as we can see right there. So actually it was probably closer right up here. But that lets you know, if I go ahead and draw a circle around it, if I had done everything perfectly, it would hit each corner exactly once. So I'm a little bit off on my in circumcenter here, the point of concurrency, call it circumcenter. It's just a little bit off, but that's how you can know. Okay, and I want you to check that, and when we do it in class, next class, I want you to check that by doing that exact same thing for both of these, and that'll let you know if you're real close. If you're that close, I'll still give it to you because again, we got human error. It's so slight. You know, it's sometimes hard to keep your compass totally straight. You know, depending on, especially if you got a little cheaper one. If you got a strong, sturdy one, it's going to be more accurate. Okay. So anyway, that's how we do those 2 problems 4 and 5. Okay. All we did was do a perpendicular bisector 3 times. Okay. 3 times. Here we did the angle bisector 3 times. I should see all these smooth arcs on yours. I shouldn't see it where it looks like you drew some little arc, like I saw people, like several people drawing some little arc down here and then putting their intersections way up here. That's obviously way off of you. It was clear that you drew it. Okay. So I should see nice smooth arcs so I can tell that you used a compass. And some of you, I said, don't erase your arcs. You're not allowed to erase these arcs. You may not like it looking like that, but that tells me that you actually, I can tell that you actually constructed it as opposed to trying to draw your arcs yourselves by hand. So I want all these arcs left on your paper. Okay, it's okay if it looks all sort of messy, if you want to consider this messy looking. Okay, that's what I want to see. Okay, and that's what I'm going to be focused on. I better see semicircles, semicircles that intersect, semicircles that intersect. Okay, I better see one and then these 2. One arc and then these 2, one arc and then these 2, and then going from the vertex through those intersection points on all 3. That's what I expect to see. All right, I'll see you next class.